Hello divas and dollies. As you can see here, I've got another dolly review for y'all. But more specifically, I've got a Moonspell Magic doll. This is practically one of the newest Mattel doll lines out right now. I got Miss Claire DeLuna, as you can see. And I got her basically later than everybody else. I know that this doll basically came out like a month ago. But I was kind of just waiting for her to be on either Amazon or Walmart or something for a reasonable price, and not just on eBay secondhand, or not secondhand, but not for retail, you know what I mean? For $50+. So I'm glad I got this one. And I got the box variation that has her name in Braille, which is very, very neat. It's got that little embossing right there on the cellophane. But yeah, this is Moonspell Magic by Monster High, and we just have that beautiful and gorgeous artwork, that 2D rendered image of Miss Diva over here. I really love her. She was my favorite out of all of the girls in her line when I saw the leaked images for them. And I know a lot of people were complaining about the fashion and saying that it was very millennial and out of dated. And I sort of kind of agree with that, but I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing. I'm just really happy to see something else on the shelves that isn't just Barbie, Bratz, and G3 Monster High, you know what I mean? And I really love these characters and how very inclusive they decided to go with these divas. And it's really nice too. I don't really think it's forced at all, in my opinion. And I wonder if they're going to release webisodes and whatnot, because these images right here, this artwork is really, really nice. I wonder if it's going to be 2D or CGI, all of these new doll media things or whatever. But here we have her in the box, basically with the artwork and the logos down at the bottom, and the window into everything that she comes with, as well as the little Claire DeLuna logo right there at the top right. And we just have all of her little accessories, like her sunglasses with the phases of the moon on them, this little perfume potion bottle with a crescent moon on it, I think. And then this little Book of Fortunes with more crescent moons on it and phases of the moon and stars. And we have this tiny little crystal ball. She can see into the future and whatnot. And she also comes with her walking stick and this little surprise water gimmick cauldron thing that reveals a necklace. And the only other thing that she comes with in terms of accessories besides her purse and walking stick and belt is this really neat constellation sun hat. And I really like the way that this doll looks specifically. I think it's kind of giving American Horror Story Coven. And I think that debuted in what, 2015 or 2013? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but it's definitely giving much so the fashion of that time, and I really don't mind it at all. It's kind of charming to me. And this face and skin complexion and everything that they dressed her in just makes the doll look really, really cunty, in my opinion. I just really love this. It's just really striking, and I'm glad to see more things and more options available on the shelves. I don't know why doll companies haven't decided to make doll lines off of witches in a while, you know what I mean? And speaking of doll lines based off of witches, I know that Bratzilla's is supposed to be making a comeback in 2027, I believe, so I guess now is a better time than ever to start releasing these, because everybody's complaining about the fashion of the first wave now, and that's kind of what they did for the original core dolls of G3 back when they released, and everybody kind of hated them, and then the fashion got better, and then it kind of started to get worse again recently, but whatever. I feel these will start to find their footing in terms of fashion with everybody else who's complaining about them. But after that long rant, we just have the back of the box over here with this really gorgeous artwork of all of the girls you can see in the line. I really enjoy all of this. The only one that is really not my cup of tea in terms of design and doll is this girl over here. I can't remember what her name is, but that doll just looks like the worst Troom Troom like do-it-yourself video of like 2017, you know what I mean? But like to each their own. And I really do love the rest of these girlies over here. I keep meaning to say ghouls, but they are not ghouls. They are literally human, and they just are indeed magical, you know what I mean? I wouldn't classify them as magical girl necessarily, but I love the witches like going to school and like learning about magic concept. And we just have her little name logo right here. And it just says, clairvoyant witch sees the future by reading the stars, magic essentials, crystal ball and star guidebook, spellbinding skill, go-to friend for excellent advice. Really love that. Sounds like that Ever After High pun that they used to use all the time. But yeah, got this like starry constellation background with like a crescent moon and like really like glittery stars all over it and like foggy smoke clouds. And like all of the girls hitting their poses. I think the next one that I want to get is this diva over here. I think her name is Willow. And I really love her flared pants and her like kind of platform stiletto shoes. And this diva over here is kind of just like a pink goddess, and she just looks like a love witch, and like I have to get her at some point. And I really love this diva's curls over here and her like maxi skirt as well. But yeah, in the next clip, this diva is just going to be out of the box. Here we've got Miss Moonspell Magic Claire de Luna out of her box, and as you can see here, she is very, very pretty, and her colors are very mystical and like very whimsigoth as well. I was able to get her little choker necklace out of the cauldron that you see here, simply just by like turning it upside down, and it fell out right on me. I know that you have to like put water in it to get it to rise up, and like that's what the gimmick is for, but I literally just shook it out of there and then like took one of the rubber bands that it came with and just like rubber banded it up like this. It's kind of crooked, but that's kind of how it looks because I just could not be bothered with that water gimmick. I'm so sorry, y'all. But before we get onto our baddie over here, our witchy baddie, I'm just gonna show the little cauldron. As you can see here, it's just got this little crescent moon thing with this little like potion with like little symbols and like engravings on it at the top. And then all over it, it just looks to be this like kind of like stone cauldron with like little handles at the side with these like phases of the moon on it and like crescent moon and star. And it's just got these little legs that it stands on like that, all cutely. And we have her little hat right over here, or giant hat, I guess. It's just got little constellations on it and these little like, I guess, clicky things for it to like hold into her head a little bit like more securely, which is nice. And we've got more constellations at the top of it and a little crescent moon buckle right over here. And I literally just like went ahead and cut out that artwork over here of Miss Diva. Technical difficulties over here because my LPS does not want to hold this up properly. But yeah, really do love that artwork. It's so striking. And then we have our diva over here with her like very midnight bluish black hair. And as you can see, she's just got this deep center part right over here. And I really do love this color, and it shows up really nicely on camera as well. She does have a little bit of box hair, but that's nothing a little like condition and boil wash won't fix, because this is Saran hair after all, so it's literally one of the best hair types out there. And as you can see here, she just has these really striking bold eyebrows with the little like lines like penciled in for like more detail. And she's got this really intricate makeup with this kind of like icy bluish silver on like the inner corner, and then on the like, as it like fans out, it goes into this like deep blue color, and that's like layered like on top of this like really silverish tone on the eyelid. And she's got really defined eyelashes on the top and bottom, as well as this like winged eyeliner, which is very cutesy. And she's got little star like, I guess, makeup at the top of her eye and like at the bottom. And as you can see over here, she's just got this little glass eye, which I thought was very neat. It's got a lot of like crystally detail too, and it like sparkles and shines, as you can see. She's got a little crescent moon on her right like cheek, and more of those stars on her eye, with sort of the same makeup, obviously. And on this other eye over here, it's just this like deep indigo blue, I would say. And she's just got this kind of like fruity raspberry toned blush on her face, as well as this two-toned like, I guess like dark magenta purple on the top and like lightish purple on the bottom, like these lips over here. It's very interesting. I do like the way it looks. And she's just got these little like crescent moon and like star dangly earrings that just look like that. They're very cutesy. And overall, I love the vibe of this outfit. I was literally trying to dress like this like in 2017, and that was like my whole entire vibe for a minute, back when I was like much younger, of course. Sorry if you hear like the shaky cam. I'm adjusting my tripod, but as you can see over here, she's just got this like kind of Victorian looking like crescent moon choker with these like chain details and these little like orby pearls. And then she's just got this very long kind of like duster like shawl cardigan that has bell sleeves and crescent moons and holographic stars all over it. And it's just this black mesh that looks really, really nice. I do think that it looks very like 90s coded. Kind of reminds me of like The Craft or like Practical Magic. Although I do feel like if this were really 90s coded, then this would have like, I guess, less overt like celestial frills on it, if you will, and it would look more like, I guess, opaque and DIY. But as you can see here, she's also got on this cute belt with all of these like dangly like charms, and it's just this like silvery chain belt with crescent moons and stars on the buckle, and the like dangly chain tassels with tarot cards on it. And we have this very, very cunty looking bag that she's got. It's just this kind of like shoulder like satchel bag with this moon on it. Everything has a crescent moon on it here, y'all, and I don't really mind it right now. And it's got these stars and more of these like dangly charms on it. It looks very, very nice, and it kind of just like goes on her like so. And then I do really love the print of her skirt. I think it's supposed to be this kind of like asymmetric like ruched up like skirt or whatever, with this like holographic tarot card print on it. I do really love that, because the print makes it look really unique. And like she is fully articulated as a regular G3 Monster High doll, if I did not mention that before. And then these boots right over here are just these kind of tall black boots with crescent moons on them and this like lilac purplish kind of lavender heel, which I really, really love. And then we just have more details on like the actual boot part itself. And then moving on to this top that she has right over here, it's just this kind of like satin like bralette in this like really deep navy blue indigo color, and I think it has spaghetti straps on it if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I really do love the way that this looks, and I do love the fact that her little like walking cane matches her whole entire like outfit. It's just this kind of like lavender lilac purple with this like black handle with a little strap. And I am gonna give y'all a look at her accessories really quickly. As you can see right here, she's just got her little glasses and that little perfume potion bottle, as well as that book of fortunes. Kind of looks like a little spell book. And lastly, we have this crystal ball over here, which just has this like really like wicked like witchy detail, honestly. Do love that. She's kind of reminding me of like the Tricks from Wings Club, like Stormy and Icy. And I do really love the way that she looks. I feel like this character looks like Lara J from Cat's Eye. And she's a very pretty person in real life, so I do really think that they were able to kind of like pull from like, I guess, pop culture and like, I guess, other inspirations to make this doll. But yeah, the designers definitely pulled from like really like, you know, neat like inspirations of the internet for like witchy fashion, I will say. Even if it does seem a bit like dated, but it honestly kind of reminds me of like that nostalgic like 2014, 2015 Tumblr like, you know, witchy style that like all the girlies would be blogging about and posting about like, you know, outfit pics and whatnot. But yeah, that was Miss Claire de Luna from Mattel's new line, Moonspell Magic. I'm really happy that I was able to get this doll and that she finally was like in stock, like, you know, easily available on one of the apps. But yeah, really love these divas too. Like I said before, I love how they like made like such a really nice like effort to like make these dolls like really inclusive, like especially with this diva over here. And I know that another one of the girlies has a hearing aid, if I'm not mistaken. And I really love that like extra push for diversity, because we should be normalizing that, y'all, and not fucking complaining about it and bitching about it like, you know, some whiny little child. But yeah, that was Miss Claire DeLuna. I would also like to add that I like how Monster High is including like more human type of characters now, because in G1 the human characters were seen as like, I guess, the people who were outcasting the monsters, and the only human was like really Jax and Jekyll. You know what I mean? But like these are like magical, like paranormal type of like humans. So I like how they're doing this now, and like it's technically a spin-off of Monster High, and that Draculaura is essentially like the bridge that like, I guess, connects the two together. I don't know how that works, but I'm honestly excited to see it happen and to see her like get a doll in this line and like see, I guess, what her relationship to the witches are. But like, yeah, hope y'all like that, and I will see you on the next one. Stay safe, y'all.